Ben je een jongen? Ben je een meisje? What is he talking about? Well, don't worry. At the end of this lesson, you'll know exactly what I just said, and I'm going to pretty much assume you've never heard a single word of Dutch before in your life. These lessons are meant to be super easy. You don't even have to watch the pronunciation videos, because I'm going to show you that too. Welcome to Easy Dutch 101. First, we're going to learn just 2 easy words. They're really easy to say and really easy to remember since they are 2 of the most common words in Dutch. Now, this is pronounced ik ben. Ik ben. It's pronounced pretty much the same way it looks. And this means I am. And this is pronounced je bent. Pay attention to this J here. It's pronounced just like the English Y. This E here is pronounced just like the I'm not really sure. And the bent is pronounced just like the English word bent. Je bent. This means you are. A lot of times in English, we actually say je when we actually mean you. Like, what are you doing? Hear how I said that? What are you doing instead of what are you doing? So that makes this pretty easy to remember. Je bent. Normally in Dutch we pronounce a double E as an A sound, but not in this word. This word is pronounced a little differently because it's an exception. You'll run into a few of those in Dutch, and I'll teach you about them as we go along. This word is pronounced un, just like the prefix un that we have in English. So pronounce it just like that. Un. And this word means a. Just like a cat or a dog. Now let me show you the opposite of a. Remember a minute ago I said the double E is usually pronounced as an A sound? Well, that's how it's going to work in this word. This is pronounced geen. Geen. You'll probably notice right away that that G is quite different than the one we have in English. It's not a G or a J sound, but it's a sound, kind of like a rough H. And what you want to do is narrow the passageway in the back of your throat just a little bit. Now, when you first start to practice this sound, you're probably going to use way too much air. That's okay. You got to start somewhere. So you're probably going to sound like geen when you first say this. It does take a while to master that sound, so you want to start practicing it right away. Just 2 more words to learn, and then we'll make some sentences. Remember how I said the J is pronounced like a Y sound? So this is pronounced jongen. Jongen. But now you may be saying, wait a second. Didn't you just teach that the G is more like a rough H? Shouldn't this be pronounced jongen? Not in this case. The NG here is just like the NG in English. Jongen. Jongen. And this means boy. Bet you can't guess the next word we're going to learn. Here's a hint. We've been doing opposites. Now this word is pronounced meisje. Meisje. Notice that the J here is quite a bit different than the one I said before. That's because it's part of the SJ blend. And the SJ blend is just like the SH in English. So, meisje. This word means girl. Now let me talk about this A sound for just a second. You got your long A in English here, and your long I in English, and that EI sound is right there in the middle. We don't have this vowel sound in English, but listen closely. A, I. When you first hear it, it sounds like it's maybe an A, maybe an I, not really sure. That's because it's in between. So I refer to these kind of sounds as the in-between vowel sounds. Well, now we know enough to make our first two sentences. Okay, so let's do a quick review on these words. Ik ben means I am. Een means a. And jongen means boy. So this says, I am a boy. Now to change this to I am a girl, you would just remove the jongen and replace it with meisje. There we go. Now this says, I am a girl. Pretty easy, right? Ik ben een meisje. Well, I'm clearly not, but that's how you would say it if you were a girl. And if I wanted to say, you are a boy, or you are a girl, I just change that ik ben to je bent, like this. Here we go. This is how you would say, you are a boy. Je bent een jongen. But hold on. I asked some questions back in the beginning. Let's see those again right quick. Ben je een jongen? Ben je een meisje? They sound pretty similar, but they're questions. And this is not a question. So to change this into a question, I just changed the order of the first two words. Like this. Take the bent and put it over here. Now, when I ask you a question in Dutch, we drop the T off the end of the word. So it just becomes ben. And then just take the ja, bring it over here. Een jongen. And there we go. The first question I asked was, ben je een jongen? I bet by now you figured out what the second question was. That's right. The second question I asked was, ben je een meisje? Are you a girl? All right, now we've learned how to ask the questions. Let's learn how to answer them. Now, if someone said, ben je een jongen to me, I could say, ik ben een jongen. But I would like to say, yes, I am a boy. So let's learn a couple of other words that we can add to the beginning of these sentences to make them sound a little better. Here we go. Two small words. Now the A here is pronounced as an ah sound. Normally in Dutch, when you see a single A by itself, it's pronounced as an ah sound. But here, this is on the end of a word. And usually when you find an A on the end of a word, it becomes a long A. And a long A in Dutch is pronounced ah. Hear the difference? Aw, ah. Really, to make this sound, you just open your mouth a little wider, and you got it. So this word is ja. Ja means yes. And this word is pronounced nee. Hear how I'm saying the A? I'm not saying a, I'm saying a. Nee. So, if someone asks me if I'm a boy, and I want to say, yes, I am a boy, so yeah, this is pretty easy. Ja, ik ben een jongen. All we did was add the ja to the beginning of the sentence. Pretty easy, right? Well, if someone asks me if I'm a girl, then I want to say no, I'm not a girl, right? So let's see how to say that right quick. There we go. If someone comes to me and says, Ben je een meisje? Then I say, Nee, ik ben geen meisje. Remember, geen means not a. Yes, this actually means both of those words right there. How about this? Someone comes to me and says, Ben je een jongen? But I'm a little older than a boy, so I want to say that I'm a man. It's pretty easy to do that too. Watch this. Here we go. This is how to say I am a man. Ik ben een man. Man. Hear how that's an ah sound. Not like the ah sound we practiced when we said ja, but an ah sound. This is the short A. So, ik ben een man. For you ladies out there, you're going to want to say that I am a woman, right? Pretty easy to do. And the word for woman is vrouw. Vrouw. So the V here is still a V sound, but it's not a very strong V. It's closer to the F. Hear how a F is a F and the V is a V, but you want to get kind of in between that. So instead of Frau or Vrou, you just want to go Vrou. We also want to practice our R's with a bit of a roll on them if you can. So, Vrou, Vrou. You don't want to roll your R's so much that it becomes a R, so that it sounds like there's several R's in there. But you want to get just a tiny bit of a roll. So, ben je een jongen? Ben je een meisje? Or, ben je een man? Or, ben je een vrouw? It's okay if you don't completely understand just yet. Sometimes we don't really understand on the first try of something new. So give it a little while and try watching this video again. If you did understand everything in this video, then congratulations on learning your first words and even sentences in Dutch. Until next time, tot de volgende keer.